So we are going to come into preparation for headstand, but we are not doing headstand. When I do this in a live class, I threaten to come around and literally spank people's bottoms if I see their feet lifting the floor. So you keep your feet on the floor, okay? Even if it feels like they're floating up, I don't care. Keep your feet down on the floor. We're not coming into headstand. I want to move a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. So we interlace our fingers. And if you look at your little pinky fingers, that one little finger is going to take a lot of pressure, that bottom one. And I don't want that. So I want you to pull it in. So it's on the inside of the hand. So you've got a flatter surface, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's how you interlace. The bottom finger comes in. So that's important. The other important thing is the distance between your elbows. So when you've got your elbows on your mat, you're going to check that they are holdable by the opposite hand. Okay, so I'm going to move back to my mat and we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So come into tabletop pose. And from tabletop pose, drop your elbows down onto the mat and do that check. Check that they are shoulder width apart by holding onto them with opposite hands. Then don't move your elbows. You take your hands out in front of you. And now you're going to interlace and pull that little finger in. And then start to press down into the mat with your fingers. So feel the pressure in the fingers as you press down. You're pressing down with your wrists. The whole forearm is pressing down and elbows are pressing down. So most of the weight is held in the arms and in the shoulders, not so much the head. Your head is there for balance only. Okay, so take your head towards the mat and then curl your toes under and lift your bottoms up. Okay, and then the trick is to try and walk your feet as close as you can towards your elbows. So you're trying to get your hips over your shoulders. So as soon as I see someone with nicely aligned hips over shoulders, I know that they're very close to coming up into headstand. So that's quite a powerful pose just where you are now. It takes quite a bit of strength in your shoulders. I see some people have already come out. That's perfectly fine. Just come into child's pose. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths. If you are strong enough, let's stay up 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, last breath, and exhale. Very good effort, everyone. You can all come down into child. Just drop all the way down and let the shoulders and the arms rest. And we in child for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And from child, you can slowly make your way back onto your bottom. So crossing shins as you roll through tabletop and taking both legs out in front of you. So anyone wanting to come into shoulder stand as a practice, what we've just done now is really the way to do it. So you want to kind of do that every day and not just once. You know, you're going to get tired, drop into child, and then come up into the preparation. But your distance between the shoulders and that the grip of the hands is really important. And then pushing down so that the weight is in the shoulders, not all on the top of your head. Okay, enough about the best inversion out there. Let's go into a twist. Marishasana. So right foot pulls in, left arm hooks. And we're looking into our past again because we're twisting, looking over that back shoulder. So let's look back. And we're holding for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, last breath, and exhale. You're going to come out of that twist and straight into a twist on the other side. Left foot pulls in, getting that left heel as close to your hip as you can. Right arm hooks, left arm support, and twist all the way, looking over that left shoulder. 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last breath, and exhale. Slowly come out of your twist and straighten your legs out in front of you. Coming to Paschimottanasana, your focus are your big toes in front of you. So that kind of tries to keep the top of your head from coming down. If you keep looking as you come forward, keep looking at your feet all the time. Keep looking at your toes till you reach the point that you can't look anymore and you want to drop a little bit deeper into the pose by taking your forehead onto your legs. And we're holding Paschimottanasana 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last breath, and exhale. You're going to come slowly out of that forward fold and move all the way onto your back, and we're going to come into bridge pose. So keep your legs bent, your feet are hip width apart, your shoulders squeeze together underneath you. Press down into your feet and lift up into bridge pose. And I want you to watch your belly. So watch yourself breathing. See the belly rising up on the inhale, and watch how Uddiyana pulls that belly down on the exhale. Inhale, full soft belly, and exhale, Uddiyana activating. Inhale, exhale, 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, and last breath, and exhale. You're going to release back down. Take your knees into your chest. Squeeze them into Apanasana. So squeeze the knees into your chest. And I want you to keep squeezing your knees into your chest, but take your arms onto the floor next to you. So you should feel your upper arm next to your ribs. And you have the option to straighten your legs up into Viparassi Karani. Keep pressing out through those heels. If this is not comfortable, you're welcome to put a block underneath your pelvis and keep pressing up through your heels. If you want to, you can press down and take your feet behind you into plow pose. So an easy version of plow is to just rest your knees on your forehead. You can even take your hands onto your back body to support you if you want. If you're coming into plow pose, your legs are nice and straight and your feet are resting on the top of your feet. So you're not using the balls of your feet as brakes. You want to keep sliding. So we're in another inversion. Even if you are flat on your back, it's still regarded as an inversion. And we're here for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. We're slowly all going to come back into Apanasana. So bending your knees, feeling them leave the nose and roll slowly, slowly, slowly onto your back body and take your knees into your chest. Squeeze your knees into your chest. And we're here for 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last breath, and exhale. So I want you to drop your feet onto the mat and take your feet as wide as your mat and open your arms out wide to the side. And then drop both your knees over to the right side. So just let your knees drop over to the right. You might want to support one of your knees with a block or a cushion or a blanket if it's uncomfortable. Possibly you're flexible enough that you want to take that right foot and rest it on your left knee. That's going to deepen the twist. Wherever you are, we're holding for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last breath, and exhale. So we're going to move across to the other side. If you've got your foot resting on your left knee, take it off. If you're using props, take them with you to the left side, both knees dropping over to the left. You set yourself up. You can put that left foot on the right knee if you want. 5 breaths now. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last breath, and exhale. And once again, we're going to unhook that right knee and take both knees into our chest. We're not going to stay in Apanasana. I want you to reach down and grab your feet and come into happy baby. So take your feet up towards the ceiling. And feet should be a little bit wider than your shoulders. Your arms are working hard, pulling down, compressing your hips, putting pressure into the digestive system. Make sure your tailbone is not lifting. 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last breath, and exhale.